Hey, what's going on guys, J6R here, and today we're going to be going over the new video released on Runescape's channel, showing the new Evolution of Combat update. I'm going to be showing you guys the old compared to the new that's going to be coming out later this year. As you guys will be able to tell in a minute, the new combat rework is so much different than the old one or the recent one. So, in order to get the exact differences, I decided to get all the same gear, the same attack styles, the same everything, to show you guys what really is different with this new combat update. So here is RuneScape's Evolution of Combat update review. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, starting us off, we're going to be looking at melee. Now, I have always thought that melee was fine, but once I really started to look into it, it kind of came out as boring. As you can tell here, I'm switching throughout the combat styles of a two-handed sword. Once you look at it, there's not really much to it. It kind of repeats the same styles of attacks over and over again. So let's check out the new combat rework of melee and see how they change it up. Now here's the new melee style coming up later this year. As you can see, they have changed it up tremendously. Everything from the stance to the attacks are different. The first thing I noticed was the way the character was holding the two-handed sword. Instead of having it right in front of you like usual, it has it on its shoulder, which in my opinion looks absolutely awesome. It makes the character look more ready to attack the opponent. The next thing I noticed was the way the character attacks the other. It adds in so much more types of attacks into the fight. Just a second ago you might have seen the attack where the character swung his sword to the right, the left, and right down the middle. This brings a whole new light to the combat of RuneScape, making it way more fun and interesting to watch. One downside I see to this update is going to be the wilderness. With so many people in the wilderness these days, the fights will have to spread out way more, seeing that with the new update coming out, the attacks are going to be everywhere, from the floor to the side of the character. Other than that, I think the new update to the melee attacks looks great. Now let's move on to the next attack style. The next attack style is range. This attack really isn't fun to use at all in my opinion. I mean, the main reason I think this is because of the way the character fights. The range is a quick attack, and you know, right after it's fired off, the character kind of just stands there. There's not really much to it, and that just kind of repeats itself over and over and over again. Range attacks, in my opinion, kind of uninterest me in the fight. I mean, such as the recent melee attacks, there's nothing really much to it. So let's go check out the new range update and see how they change it up. Here's the new update to the range attacks. This gets the character way more involved and interested in the fight. It looks like there are so many more different things to do now with the new range update, such as making a shield for yourself, more special attacks, and more rapid hits. When you look at the rapid attack, it looks like it hits really quick for like 3 shots and then takes a little break, then goes back to rapid again, which I really like. The main thing I didn't like about the old range attacks was changed in the new combat rework. You know, the way the ranger stands after firing is awesome. It makes the character look like he's getting ready to fire his next hit rather than him just kind of standing there. I'm really glad Jagex decided to change this up. At one point, it looks like the opponent is set on fire, and a couple seconds later, something like blows up under him. And I think that could be another special attack that can easily KO your opponent in the wilderness. Now that we've talked about range, let's move on to the next attack style. The next attack style is magic. Now, I have never really looked down to magic attacks on RuneScape. I mean, they're the most interesting and exciting attacks out of all. There are not many things that I can say are bad about the mage attacks, but you can always look at improving different things, such as the stance and the way the hits look on the opponent. So let's check out the new mage update and see what they decided to change up. So this is the new magic update. The first thing I noticed was the way the major almost teleported to the opponent, which looks awesome. While the major is getting ready for the next hit, you see a green shield type thing kind of gliding up and down the staff. This makes it way more interactive and once again more exciting. Another thing I noticed is the major doing spells with his hands only and not using the staff. At this point in the video, the character basically becomes an all-out fireball, hitting a bunch of fire attacks while still in the fire form. This kind of brings up the question whether or not it could be the first major magic special attack, with the others such as the Staff of Light being not so interesting. So this was a combat rework for magic, and overall, I believe that it was a great success. Alright guys, so that was the new combat rework update that's going to be coming out later this year. In my opinion, I think it's great. I think that it's going to make the game more exciting, more fun, and obviously it's going to change RuneScape, but in my opinion, I think it's going to change it for the good. So let me know what you guys thought. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys think it's going to be a good update? Or do you think it's going to really change RuneScape for the bad? Just let me know. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the next video.